Well, guys, Dark Angels Week is on the way, but guess what?
It's not been comfortable. It's not comfortable.
4 days into after the book has been released, and lo and behold, what comes out?
Well, I'm going to simulate the Games Workshop moment here, because the only thing I can describe this as is pulling an errata out of an arse.
Yeah, guys, there's been an errata to the brand new book, not 4 days after release. Normally, it takes at least a month for some of the silly questions to be asked. And don't get me wrong, there's an FAQ question in there that is fantastic. It's possibly one of the best questions I've seen so far, which is, what sort of weapon is a combat knife? Turns out it's a knife.
Combat weapon. Turns out it's a combat knife.
That's ridiculous.
That harks back to the old Necron FAQ. Is a scarab swarm a swarm?
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, guys, it's around 4 days after release, and it's been. And I tell you what, it's not a minor errata either. It's a big chunk of one of the entries has had to be replaced.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of difference to them as well. We were filming about the company veterans. We'll just tell what's about. The company veterans have had can now all take combi weapons basically.
Yeah, they've effectively been rewritten.
Yeah. That instead of 3 guys can take combi weapons and only take a certain choice of this list, now they can all get thing. It makes a hell of a difference to them. They're now almost worth fielding. Maybe almost. But
that has sort of knocked our schedule a bit. That we have to errata everything.
You guys ain't going to notice any difference.
No, you'll not notice any difference.
Your
week will be all the same.
So. We were running late anyway because we were too busy drinking beer.
But I tell you what, we'll give you a little preemptive smidgen of what's going to be in the Dark Angels week, because we'll cover the new character that they've put into the book that's on the end of the errata, which is our Serificus. The guy from
Serificus.
Who's basically the interrogator chaplain that you get in the Dark Vengeance box set. If you were fortunate enough to get the set that has the limited edition character in it.
that they forgot to put. It says, how many points is interrogator chaplain Serificus from the special edition Dark Vengeance box game? Answer: 125 points. Serificus is an HQ choice in a Dark Angels army and a special character. He's an interrogator chaplain armed with a plasma pistol as listed in Codex Dark Angels. He replaces the interrogator chaplain zealot special rule with his own litanies of the Dark Angels special rule.
Yeah, which is just a slightly better version of zealots.
Yeah.
He gets the reroll. Yeah, really. He gets all. It sort of includes preferred enemy Chaos Marines. It's basically what it does, and it gives his unit rerolls and all as well. Fantastic. If you know your buddies all have Chaos Marines, then you buy him all day. But then again, for 65 points, there's a librarian in there that'll give you all rerolls with divination. So whether he's worth it or whether he's not, I don't know. If you've got the limited edition character, that I would suppose you would want to field them. But there are better guys. There are better guys in that book. So
we all know what happens with these limited edition things. They get stuck in a nice little box and put in a safe place. Generally ends up being the attic, and in 40 years' time, when you move out, your parents give it all away to charity.
There you go. That's what happens with Serificus then.
Yeah, so what happens with all these limited edition boxes until they start selling them again on the website.
That's it. Well, okay, guys, we'll get off and we'll film the rest of Dark Angels Week. And if you guys are looking forward to what's coming up, drop some comments below. If you've got any questions as well, there's still time to ask what they are before we finish our filming off. So we'll have a read of the comments and see what you want to hear.
So get ready to join us for amazing helmets, slitty things, and all kinds of weird and wonderful as we dissect Codex Dark Angels.
Oh yes.
You're loving it. All right, guys. We will be back shortly.